Okay, so this is the second block tutorial. So what it means is that you make a 1 by 2 by 3 block just like this one on your right side without disturbing the block on your left side. So to do that, the first thing that we need to find that is the edge that goes over here. It could be of any color, but specifically you need to find an edge. Rather, it would be more easy to remember that an edge that has one of the color that is orange, that is the center, and one color that's there in the bottom of the first block. So which is this one. In this case it was over here. I didn't spot it that way. So essentially you need to bring it to the top layer, any of these four positions, and you need to just stack them up with the center and then just put it down there. So it could be flipped on the top like this. So what you do is just an M move, so M that sets them up. So you can do a U prime to place it and then R2. It could be flipped on the bottom like this, so M or an R wide would do the same thing. So just to be more finger tricky, you can do R wide U prime R2 like this. So the DR edge goes down here, or it could be something like this. All of these cases could be mirrored in the back, like facing this way, the flipped one in the back side. So you just do an M to bring it on the top. So if you have it this way, which is facing down, you just do an M2 to bring it on the top and just match it with the center and bring it down. So when you have this down, you'll be making two pairs and inserting them over here. So you can start with either of them. Just find the pairs. So here's the corner and here's the edge, and what you do is just pair them up. So you can have many ways to pair them up. If you have used F12, you can just do like this to pair them up, but since the M slice is available, easy things would be like U2 M2 to pair them up, and then U2 RU R prime, just like that. So just remember to pair the corner and the edge and then insert it. So we find the other edges and corners, so one's that on the back side. So try to just flip it on the top, just not so that the color that's on the down does not face on the top, like this. Try to make it like this, where the white color is on the sides. What I mean by the sides is not this but this. It's easier to pair that way. Just locate the edge, it's in the back. So if it's in the back, you can't just do an M2 to pair them up. So you just bring it to the other side. So if I do a U2, it brings to the other side, and then we can just do an M to pair them up. And here's the tricky thing: if you were doing F2L or C-FOP earlier, you would do something like a sledgehammer, but over here, as I said, that we can avoid rotations using the Roux method. So what you can do is r wide prime u prime r wide to pair them up. So essentially what you want to do is place the corners on the side, I mean the colors that are on the bottom, on the sides of the pairs, and pair them up with the edges like this, or if it's something like this, then you do an M2. Another thing that you might encounter is this, where you have the dr and a corner solved. So the dr and the corner, either of the two corners solved with the dr on the top over here, or you can also bring it on the top with r moves and r wide moves. So if it's there, you can just bring it on the top and you search for the edge. In this case the edge is already there, so what you can do is the line sort of thing I said before over here, but instead of doing D moves you can just use the U moves. So what I mean by that is, you to pair them up, you just do this, so you can't just face them towards each other, away from each other. It's pretty intuitive. You can just play around and just do that. M2 to pair them up. Since the white was paired, the green orange edge was attached to the orange center, and luckily we have this. So again, r white prime u prime r. What I said r because you always want to keep the edges that are on the top or bottom when you have finished the second layer. Like, since white is the color facing down, that means yellow and white should be facing top and down. So you can either have white on top or yellow on top, but not green or blue. So that's pretty much about it. So play around with the cube, you might encounter different cases. So you'll obviously encounter cases like this. So what you might be thinking, that place it to the side and then match it up. So to match them up, first you need to take out the edge. So take out the edge with an M move, then you place it to the side, pair it up, and then using wide moves you insert it. And I did an M prime move to prepare it for the next step, that is called the EO. So I hope you guys learned something, and just play around with the cubes. There will be many cases, and yeah, thanks for watching.